Hi everyone. In today's tutorial, I'm going to talk about PowerShell. In particular, I'm going to talk about a get command, which is a PowerShell command that is followed with a verb followed by a noun. So get dash command is one of the command, and this is going to be video number 2 on the list of tutorials for list of 1,728 commands that's going to come next. So you're going to learn a lot of them, and you're going to be very, very efficient writing PowerShell scripting, as well as running command in the PowerShell command prompt, as well as the knowledge is going to help you at your job and maybe find a job as a PowerShell programmer, which pays pretty well. And then that way you can start learning. It doesn't matter how many thousands of commands are there. I'm going to make it very easy for you to just memorize the most important ones. And then from there, you can just discover further commands and use it while you're on the system. You don't have to memorize every parameters, every functions, every argument, as long as you know the data structure in terms of um, looping and if statement, condition matching, and for statement, while statement, for each, and then as well as environment variables, the scope of the functions, and then the details of commands, how to use them, how to pass parameters, and then how to call modules. Then you'll be on to mentoring other people. You will be just figuring out things that is not part of the list of commands that you already memorized. You will figure out more further. And I'll show you a few ways in this session with get command. And get command is one of the videos number 2 at YouTube, MyWebUniversity channel, which I'm going to present you now. So let's just go through this list. Obviously, I have other video that is going to come, like how to the start process, stop process, debug process, wait process. For each of these ones, I will cover a number of other sessions. So start transcript or stop transcript, get host, get services, get execution policies, set execution policies, and a number of other ones that I will be discussing. But at this time, I'm going to just cover the get dash command. So in the last video, I talked about PowerShell and Bash integration, which was not part of the list of tutorial number 1, 2, 3. So that was not labeled as number 2, but that was also discussed. It's an hour and some minutes video long, and then it's very good because I'm teaching you Linux, Bash scripting, and PowerShell together. It used to be Bash versus PowerShell. Now it's all integrated. So in that video, we discussed it, and it's already posted on the YouTube channel. And this was the chapter that I discussed that one. And you can see that I showed you all installation of the packages, everything. So please watch that video in detail, which is at my MyWebUniversity YouTube channel. So let me go to my YouTube channel here. I'm going to move this Zoom out of the way because it's blocking my view. Now I'm on the MyWebUniversity YouTube channel, and you see this video is about an hour and 18 minutes long, which is very good for learning PowerShell. On the previous video, we discussed how to get help, and then also PowerShell commandlets. So on the how to get help, that's one is very, very important commands. Get dash help and get dash command guides you to find other commands. Another one is show help or show command. Show command and then show editing will give you the list of options, but get help and get command is very powerful. And then this is brought to you by mywebuniversity.com, which we have thousands of videos for you. you're welcome to like and subscribe our channel and press that notification button so that you could get notified. No, it's a button, yeah, it is a bell. So you could just press that one and you will be notified whenever we post new information for you that's available for you to do it. Also, I have my university in Farsi, which is for people that speak Farsi or Dari, my mother tongue. And that's the language that I was raised in Afghanistan, Kabul, Afghanistan. I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan. Until high school, I was in Kabul, Afghanistan, and then I immigrated to Pakistan, and then from Pakistan, I came to New York, and from New York, I came to California. I finished my Bachelor of Science at City College of New York, as well as Cal State Fullerton. So I graduated from Cal State Fullerton, and then with my Bachelor of Science, then I finished my Master of Science from Cal State Fullerton in Computer Science. And I've been teaching and working full-time jobs for the past 30 or more years. And then part-time, I have been teaching classes, computer science related courses, and the subject of C, C++, Python, shell scripting, Bash, Unix, Oracle database, MySQL, and so on, operating system related courses at National University Computer Learning Center, Computer Science. And I'm now making these videos on YouTube for you for free. So you could watch it at the university level education and enjoy it and learn it. And then you don't have to pay anything at the cost of just internet. You get everything on your browser at your fingertips. So for example, if you're just looking for any documentation on it, let's say you want to just get documentation on PowerShell that I did for you. So you come in on any of these chapter 2 through 4, and I have these links here for you that you can just click on it, and then I have thousands of PDF format files, and about 32,000 on Linux Red Hat, Linux Ubuntu, Linux Rocky, and then PowerShell, as well as Windows. So for PowerShell, like for example, you're learning about GitHub, Git command, and then you could just control F here and type in git dash command, and you will see this PDF file. And then you open it, and I'll show you the entire PDF format here. Obviously, some of these PDF formats or files are also available in Microsoft in other website, but some of them are not. And then you have to be sitting in front of a Windows machine or a Red Hat machine or a Linux machine in order to see the manual page or commandlet syntax. But I made it available for you on the PowerShell PDF for all of the platforms. So if you're like, for example, here, going to the main page here, let's say you're looking for Ubuntu, something here that is Ubuntu here, you just click on it and you just get the PDF file for whichever one you want to get the documentation. Similarly for Red Hat, similarly for Rocky Linux, let's say you want something with Rocky, it is there. Okay, so these are very useful technical documentations and great for developers and students that they don't have the money to buy books. I used to sit down in the library and read them. Now it's all on the fingertip of the user that is using a browser, and you could just get them all. I made it possible for you. Please enjoy and learn, start learning, and help other people as you learn doing the same thing that I'm doing. So here I'm going to go to like a IC integrated standard environment, or you could call it integrated scripting environment, or whatever the IC, you can say that it stands for different people. I've heard saying different things, but I'm going to just say IC. That's an abbreviation for integrated maybe scripting environment or maybe integrated standard environment. Anyway, and this is the environment that you do. So on this one, I could just also do a control T and open a new one. So I could just leave these ones that I was playing with. I could just say, okay, open a new one. Normally by default, if you just do this one, you get this blue console. And then you could say, for example, git dash command, you get all the list of commands that are available. But if you want to see this one, you can see this kind of console access for it, or this side, one on the side, one on the right side. If you want it up and down, you could just type in like git dash command, and then just when you highlight this one, you can just run. If it is just one command, you don't have to highlight it. It's by default that command, the output is showing here. So if you just say git command dash noun, and then you just say the noun, let's say I'm going to do it by process. So if I just say start with something with process in with it, and then you could see that the command that I executed was git dash process, and the output is there. And if I just run it again, you can see this is git command dash noun, and then this is the output below here. So if I just change this one, I could write the command here also. So I could say git command dash noun, and then let's say I want to see all the services. Then all the service command that does with service, I could do that one. I could also change this one, say git dash verb, and then say the verb is called get. Start, and then run this one, for example, let's say, and then I see get all the command with git, starting with git. If I just want to change that one to verb like write, then I could get all the verb with write and there. Similarly, like all the verb with show a start, and then I could get that one with the start then. But if I want a specific one, let's say git dash command and then show dash command, I don't have to type in anything to say that just do that one, it will just show that command. And if I just want to get command on, let's say git dash process, and git dash process, I could get that as well, like this. And then if I want to get more information on git command itself, I could get help on it, and I could say get help. And then a PowerShell is not case sensitive. It is case insensitive, which is not sensitive. So you can type in get uppercase, and then CMD uppercase C, and also uppercase this, and then lowercase h. It works the same way. It's not case sensitive. So if you just get this one by default, get help, it's going to give you information on the get command. But if you just type in pipe more, then it will stop one screen at a time. And then you can see that because this console is output is already showing with this one, I can have the scroll bar, then I can just go up and down with it and read the information. But if I just do this one from the console itself here, like for example, get help, get dash command, and then dash, let's say I want to get dash full information, and then I want to see pipe more. Somehow and dash full, I typed it wrong. So dash full is like that. And then you can see that it is starting with dash full. You can just scroll up and see it. You don't need the type more because we have the command here available already here. So I'm going to just type in here, and let's just clear the screen here. I'm going to clear a screen and then just run this command with dash dash. Instead of dash command, I'm going to say dash examples. And then by doing that one, So it clears my screen, which is this, and then runs the command there. Notice that if I go up here on the output, I'm going to move this one a little bit up so you can see that the output is only, the command is 2 lines. So right here, when we did the git command dash full, notice it gives you all the example, git command dash full. After the clear command, it does this one. So now if I just change this one to git command, let's just do not git command. I'm going to just do something else, say dash noun, and then I'm going to say process. And then I'm going to highlight this one, say run these two. And now you can see this one, it clear my screen, and then on top of it, it will provide me this. If I just change this one to service, getting information on service, similarly, this I light run it. Because this service, I mistyped it, and so I have to correct it. There's no noun called that service like that. Now it's going to find it, and right there, all the services. So another thing that you could do is, like, if you just run the git command dash name, you can see when you press the tab here, sorry, when you type in the IntelliSense, is going to give you all the options that you have right here. And this is the ISE IntelliSense, or Integrated Standard Environment IntelliSense environment, that you can just see for this command what are the parameters that are available for you. So name, verb, noun, module, command type. So if I just say command type, and then I say only show me aliases, you can see the options that are there. By default is all application, commandlet, filter. So if I want to see all the application, when I run this one, notice that on the right side, as soon as I run it, all the application are running. Application means like calculator, notepad, all the fconfig, ipconfig, all those commands that are xcopy, copy, move, all of those ones, or part of that .executable file, are called application. But if I change this one to alias, and then get a list of all the command type by aliases, and then alias are the shortcuts to the same commands that are available. So, like for example, for PS, it would be a shortcut to get dash process. You can see here, and then for example, dir would be a shortcut for ls, and dir and ls is a shortcut for get child item. GCI is also a shortcut for it. So the list of aliases, and then if you do it by function, all the functions that are listed here are going to show as well. And then here, when you do the command type, notice here there's other type. So if I just do dash cat, and then by name you can do that one. So some name, like for example, you say process star, and then just run it, and any name that is let's just do exactly the name that is there, get dash process, and you can see that it will just give you that process. So if you run this one, you will get that. So the I showed you some of things with the command type. You can also do something like by name, and then or parameter, by anything that you do, sorry, by module name, and then module stuff, and the verb, noun, fully qualified module name, command type, and total count. So if you just do this one by itself, clear, and then just say run the command, and then you say how many commands are all together. This one is not going to give you a total count, but you can just type in measure here. Measure PowerShell has this measure, which is like word count on the Linux side, and then it give you the word count. So if you say minus line, and then notice that even though it shows you a very small number, 1755 for the line, but if you just don't do it altogether, it is going to give you a different parameter saying that 1755. But if I just say minus type, let's say command type, let me just say minus type, or its command type is there, command minus. So the command type is here, and then when you say minus type, if I say application, it will run all these ones, but I didn't know how many are there, then I have to do a measure to count them. And so I'm saying that it's 932 application. And if I just say how many alias are there, I could just change that one to alias 322. But if I say how many command that is there, and then the alias 681, even though for some of them are commands that they have aliases, so it is not the exact number that if you do by command type, commandlet, and then do a measure, then both of them are not the same number. At this time, I'm going to show you from Linux, when we installed last time, PowerShell 7.1, I believe it was. So I'm going to just log into my Linux machine. And then as you can see here, I'm on a Linux machine. And cat etc OS-release. This is a Linux Ubuntu release 22.04. So if I say which PowerShell, this is the binary. So file user bin PowerShell, that's a symbolic link to the other one. So if I say read a link for user bin PowerShell, then it's going to say that read link from Debian console, this one, and the sudo app. So I have to, I'm sorry, read link. I was writing read line. That's not okay. So it does say that it is this symbolic link to that one. So if I do, and instead of file, if I say ls minus ld, you can see that this one is a symbolic link here, which is this L means symbolic link for the first character, and it's symbolic link to this physical file. So that you can see here, if I say file on this one, that is basically telling me that I'm having an executable link format. That means if I do LDD on it, that's also executable, and it is dynamically linked to all these shared object and standard C++. So it's PowerShell integrated with Linux. So if I just say PowerShell here, notice my bash is my prompt is bash here, and that the shell that I'm using, echo $sign shell is also telling me that I'm using bin bash. So if I say echo $sign, it also tells me that it's my process ID of this process that I'm currently logged on. So if I say pwd pwsh, now I'm getting into PowerShell 7.1 7.41. If I say get dash host and then just do that one, you can see it is 7.4.1. But if I say bash dash version, then you can see that it is bash is version 5.1.6, and PowerShell version is the 7.41. So if I say, okay, that's great. How about git command by itself? If I just type it in, how many are there and what are the commands? Notice the same list of commands that were on the Linux side, on Windows side, these are all available. So I could say git dash command and then do a measure on it, and it says 293. But if I say minus command type, and then run it, So notice the command type is not recognized. I'm going to try minus type. And minus type is not recognized. So get dash command, I'm going to do a tab. Okay, so that a tab is just giving me a list of options that we could have, all, or modules, or syntax, or debug, or verbose. These are the options that is for get command that I could do. And then if I just say one of those ones might be with the type. So if I just do the same command here and then do a grep command minus I told you that they are integrated. So I could say grep anything with the minus I or type, it did not find anything. So I'm going to clear the screen, say get dash command dash noun, and then I say service. And then there's no service here, but process, yeah, the process there. Notice that this one is a Linux machine, so it does not have these Windows get services command, because this is a system 7, which, as you can see here, if I do etc os-release, this one is Ubuntu 22, which is system D. System D, if I just say, I could run any Linux command here. So I could say host name, I could get that one, and I could say df-h, and I could say systemctl status, and then get all the system status from here also. But at the same time, why am I showing you system D related information? Because of the bash options that is this one is running. So there's no service, it's system D process. So if I say get dash command and then dash name, and then I say get dash help, that will provide me information. So get dash process will provide me that information. And then all of these ones, and then I could say get dash command, and then say just say star get star. Notice that all of the command that are whether application or aliases or anything that is start with get, I could just do a word count minus L. Notice I'm using this one, which is a Linux. I'm sorry. Get dash command is a PowerShell command, and this parameter is argument to PowerShell. But this word count minus L is a Linux command. So, and this one, if I say measure, I still get the output. Notice that output is a little bit different, because the measure is just doing whatever the get command output is, it's going to count it with native PowerShell command. The word count minus L may just count the spaces on the blank and other ones, so that's extra. But here, if I just run like df-h and then do a measure on it, measure, notice the difference, why I'm showing you that. So I say measure dash line, and it shows 8 lines. If I just do same thing with df-h and then do a word count minus L, it shows 8 line. And then if I just do df-h, you can see without it is 8 lines here. So starting with this and then all the way to the end is 8 lines. So if I just do the same thing, let's say I want to do df-h, and then I'm going to use head minus 5, and that is 5 lines of df-h. Now if I do a measure on it, it's going to show 5 lines. If I do a word count on it, minus L is 5 lines. But notice that this is integrated. You can use a df-head minus h command, head minus h minus 5 command, which is a Linux machine, and then this is a Linux command, and measure is a PowerShell command. This is all Linux command in one line, but this is integrated. You can use within this PowerShell prompt Linux command as well as that. So the other thing that I want to show you is get dash command here. When you do get dash command, you see all the list of them. And if I just say dash, let's say, show me dash name dash, let's say dash verb. I believe I could do something like this. Just application. Let's see. Nothing, right? So dash noun, a noun, application, nothing, and then verb, nothing. But if I say name, the names or application is not also showing. So let me say get dash command start. It's going to give me everything, all the application and other ones. So at this time, notice that the list of the commands that are here are just coming all from Linux commands. And then the application names, you can see ZSH, ZMore, all of those ones, and the path there. So the name of the application in this case is the second argument. So I could say awk print $2, that would be second argument would be all the name of the application. Imagine how many of them are on Linux side versus the Windows side. So if I just do this one on the git command and do a word count minus L, it's gonna run for a while because this git command is a PowerShell, awk is a Linux command, and then word count minus L is also Linux. So it shows this one. But notice if I do this one measure, because it's native code, it's much faster than the word count minus L. But unfortunately, this one is also slow because the awk is doing some overhead there. So it is just showing, but it's in the format of measure. So if I just don't do awk, notice how fast this one is going to be showing right away. You see that because this is native code and this is native code of PowerShell. So PowerShell, when we are inside the PowerShell prompt, we can run other tools. So for example, if I just want to say, what is the version of Python, I can just run that one. What is the version of GCC or C++? I could get all that information. I don't have to get out to Linux prompt and then I can run them inside PowerShell. For example, if I want to run Python inside PowerShell, I could do that one. And then if I just say import os.system, let's say uname -a, I can run that command and I get the operating system information. And if I just get like a man, let's say PowerShell, if there's any man PowerShell itself, I can get manual pages from PowerShell here. If I just exit out of this one, now I'm inside back on the PowerShell, I can also do like man PowerShell here because inside PowerShell, you can run a command of that one as well. You can also do a get help PowerShell. I'm sorry, get command and then there. So get help get dash command dash detail. And then you can get dash detail, not dash dash, one dash detail, and you can type it to more because it's Linux. It will stop you one screen at a time, so you can see all of the details here. But I provided you do that information through PDF file on the website that I showed you. That's dash full, and you can see like dash examples, everything is there. Okay. I want to just exit out of this one and close this one and just showed you this, and then you can just get dash command everything and then do a measure on it. Notice when you're inside of Windows, you can only run measure but not word count or any Linux command, because the git command itself, git command pipe more, you can see all the executables that are there, or Windows executables that are Windows System 32 and so on. So if I say git dash command and then say calc star, this would give me the calculator star. X copy star, and that is there. X copy. Anything with copy, so copy star, star copy star, it will give you anything that matches in between copy. So copy something, copy item, copy. This would be matched as well as robocopy as well as X copy. Okay, so I'm going to end this video here. Please make sure you go to our channel and subscribe and watch some of these videos and make some nice comments so I can help you further with your comments and just happy, enjoy learning. Have a good one. God bless you all. Love and peace to everybody in the entire globe. Bye now. And thanks for watching our channel.